Welcome back. You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and every week we bring you news and information you can use on your next real estate transaction. If you need help with a real estate question, give us a call, 844-788-9444. We're happy to help you with any real estate questions that you have. That number again is 844-788-9444 if you need help with a real estate transaction. This segment, I've got Alex Hodges here in the studio. He is with Zippy Shell, and Zippy Shell Storage and Moving does a lot of great things, and they're all over Houston, so they can really help you from decluttering your home all the way to the point of, getting it on the truck, moved across the country. They do it all. So Zippy Shell's here, and you've heard them before here, and we've talked about a lot of different things. So today we're talking more about what you need to do to declutter and get ready to sell, because spring is the time, that people get their house on the market to sell. Spring and summer is the time when most people are going to sell a home. And so it's real important that right now you start with all that decluttering process. So welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Shannon. Glad to be back.
Well, you guys just have an awesome company. I love it. I love that y'all are all over Houston. You've helped me move before.
Oh, yes.
You help a lot of our clients move. And I always hear good things about your company. You're always doing good stuff.
Well, good. That's the most important thing. It's customer service.
That's right. Great customer service. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, the homes going on the market right now. Right. They didn't just say, I'm going to put my house on the market and sell it, and then the next day hire the realtor. There's a process there.
Absolutely.
To get that house ready to go on the market, because we all know the way you live in a home is not the way you sell a home.
Right.
And it's certainly not the way you stage a home.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. What I found is probably 60% of my customers, the first interaction that I have with them is they're calling me up because they're in the process of decluttering. They're wanting, their realtor has advised them, or their home stager has advised them, okay, you need to take these items and you need to get them out of here. They're wonderful things, but you need to have them out of the house and put in someplace. So I'll bring a unit out to their home. They load it up. I bring it away. That's in storage until they're, they put their house on the market, or when the photographer comes to take pictures of their home. It's all been set up perfectly. And
let's talk about where you take it away, because you guys have an amazing facility where you put these storage units.
We do.
It's not just going in a little fenced-in area.
Exactly. Ours are always going to be indoors and an enclosed, climate protected, well ventilated facility. So it's safe and secure, monitored with security.
Yeah, and they don't have to unload it and reload it. They load it,
right,
and then you take it away.
Exactly.
And then you bring it back to the new house when they get
whenever
settled
their new
in.
house is. So they load it one time, they unload it one time. So less wear and tear and damage on their furniture and their belongings.
Yeah.
It's never handled. They have a key to the storage unit itself. So the customer puts their own lock on that container, and they've got the only key, and it gets removed whenever they're ready to unload it.
Sounds pretty safe. I like it. Okay, so the reasoning behind all this decluttering is because it helps your house to sell.
That's the key benefit. 90% of folks that are looking for new homes, they're looking online, and they spend a lot more time looking at those houses that have been staged appropriately and decluttered appropriately than they're going to spend online looking at the homes that are not staged and not decluttered. And,
I feel like I need to say this. Nobody likes decluttering. Nobody. Right. It's not fun. Right. It's just not fun. That's why your house gets cluttered, because it's not fun to sift through this stuff, because you have to make decisions. You have to decide, am I going to throw this away? Or am I going to donate it? Or am I going to keep it because I'm going to use it one day?
Right.
Or am I going to give it to my friend who's got a baby, and needs these old baby things?
Right.
You have to make decisions, and nobody wants to do that. So it just stacks up places, right? Or you have your drawers that you stick stuff in, or your closets where you stuff stuff in. So this isn't a fun process to declutter.
I can't imagine.
But you got to do it. If you want to sell your house, you got to do it. You got to do it. And once it's done, you always feel good when it's done.
Right.
It's like spring cleaning. It just feels good when it's done.
The key is just keeping it up, right?
Right. That's exactly right. So you have some great statistics. I love all these statistics that you have. You talked about over 90% of home buyers look at homes that they found on the internet, and we know that. That's why we know it's so important to have great photos and great videos of your listing.
Right.
But it's interesting the impact it actually has on the bottom line of the seller.
Oh, it absolutely
You actually
does.
get more money for your
Right.
house when it's been decluttered and staged. We know that. We also know that the buyers will spend more time looking at the house and are more interested in the house once they get there
Right.
when it's clean, decluttered, staged.
Yeah, up to 4 times more time in the actual
Yeah.
home.
And it's funny because I hear this from home sellers because I would say 90%, maybe 95% of the homes that I sell are staged.
Right.
They look good. And my sellers, they always want to just be in their car down the street watching when the buyers are there. And they'll call me and say, they've been in the house for 20 minutes. I'm like, that's a good sign. That's a good thing. And they call me back. They've been in there 30 minutes. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. It's a good thing when they want it because they have so many things to make decisions on and think about to decide if that house is right or not.
Well, and if it's been appropriately depersonalized and decluttered, then they can see themselves living in that home.
Right. And they're making plans. And once they've visually placed all their furniture and picked all their colors and know which bedrooms are going to go to which kids and everything, then they start thinking about the other things. What are the taxes on this house? What are the HOA fees? And where are the kids going to go to school? And how far is my commute going to be? You get into all these other things that don't necessarily have anything to do with the house, but they're still in the house.
Right.
And they're just still loving the house.
Right.
I'm like, that's good. Buyers
Yeah,
put
those are
that
all-
love on the house. That's good.
All
Stay
buying
there.
signals.
That's right. Buyer love. I like it.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit also about the other things. I think sometimes that people don't declutter their garage. They leave stuff in the garage. They want to take everything out of the house, declutter the house, but they don't declutter the garage.
Right.
And that's important that you continue and get the garage decluttered too.
Well, most people buy a house with a garage because they want to put their cars in it, not because they want to stash their all their boxes in it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the key. If they see a garage that's full of boxes, then they're going to picture, okay, there's a place for boxes.
Right.
And that's what people don't buy a house to store boxes.
Right. Even though a lot of us put junk in the garage.
We all do.
We don't buy it for that. Okay, so we know that a lot of things affect when a buyer purchases, what makes a buyer purchase a home, how it's been updated, how it's been cared for, how clean it is,
Right.
a lot of things. But this decluttering is huge.
It is. It's very
huge.
important.
So you guys bring the unit out and the sellers can pack their stuff into boxes, put it in the unit,
Right.
and then they just call you just to come get it,
Right.
and you take it away.
The way our system works is, for the most part, a customer needs to have everything boxed up, have the labels on the furniture that need to be taken into storage, especially for decluttering. Label it so that if they're going to load it themselves or if they're going to hire some movers to help them load the unit up, everything's pre-labeled. The boxes are all in one area. We'll bring the unit out. They can load it up or with the loaders to help them, and then we come back 2 or 3 days later, pick the unit up and get it out of the way. So
And you
the house
guys-
is ready to go on the market.
Y'all have an amazing declutter guide. I love this.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Declutter
you.
guide that you have. So if sellers are thinking, hey, I'd really like to have this list here.
Sure.
How can they contact you?
They can contact me directly. They could call me if they want. And my direct number is 832-987-2213. They can look me up at Zippy Shell Houston, our website.
ZippyShell.com?
Yes, zippyshell.com. Go to my website, or you can find my Facebook link on look up Zippy Shell Houston. I've got a copy of this declutter checklist,
Yeah,
and
it's
I'll
great.
be glad to email it or mail it to them.
And what are some things that you don't want to put in storage?
Well, the types of things that you might imagine you might not want to put into storage. So things like, things that are flammable, things that, might be explosive.
Liquids that can leak.
A lot of liquids that can leak because you're responsible for, any damage that might occur to the anybody else's container that might be stored right next to yours.
Yeah.
So if something were to, catch fire, then, there's...
And even though it's climate controlled, you don't want to put candles in storage.
I wouldn't recommend
They'll probably
candles.
melt.
Right. I mean,
'Cause
they're
even climate control isn't going to be like keep it from. It's still going to be warm or cool. It's not going to be perfect all the time.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. When we're bringing folks containers in and out, you've got. It's going to be open for a period of time. But,
Right.
But it is open. You don't have to worry about air stagnation or mold on your belongings or anything like that in our type of facility.
All right, so half of the the survey came out of 2,800 properties that revealed that staged homes sell in half the time of non-staged homes.
Right.
Pretty amazing. I mean, if you're a seller,
Absolutely.
you've got to get your home staged. You just have to. It's important.
Absolutely.
All right, visit zippyshell.com to learn more and start decluttering now because it's time to put your house on the market. It's spring. It's here. It's here.
This is the time.
All right, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Houston Real Estate Radio. If you missed any of today's show, you can catch it online and watch the videos at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com.
RREA Media has an exciting new product available to companies and organizations who are teaching classes and want to offer those classes online. Introducing Easy Distance Learning. Easy Distance Learning is a video-based distance learning system that allows companies and organizations to leverage their existing classroom content into a broader reach and increased revenues. Did you know that the rate of growth of distance learning is 10 times that of classroom education? And 66% of chief academic officers think distance learning is critical to their long-term strategy. Right now, 33% of higher education students are taking at least one online class. Companies and organizations not offering a distance alternative to in-class instruction risk being left behind. Video-based distance learning has three basic components: classroom capture, post-production, and content distribution. Easy Distance Learning is a comprehensive and modular system that covers all three components that can help your organization with what you are missing in offering a quality and convenient online learning experience. You choose the parts you need help with. Easy Distance Learning offers another revenue stream, a broader reach of your existing content, and a professional presentation with a great learner experience. Contact us today for a free estimate and see how Easy Distance Learning can take your company or organization to the next level.